taller Binchotan on top, lower lump charcoal on the bottom, but let's do a little taste test and see if there's anything that I could notice. I'm gonna go with the lump charcoal negima. Hey Yakigang, Yakitori guy here. Today I wanted to do a comparison between this hardwood lump charcoal, which you can find pretty much at most grocery stores and big box retailers, and compare it with Binchotan, which you can only pretty much find it at online retailers or through Japanese food and equipment distributors. I wanted to compare how long it's gonna take to light up these charcoals, check out the temperatures, see the smoke characteristics, also just see the characteristics of how it's gonna cook up yakitori, and lastly I wanted to check how long it's gonna last inside the grill. Now, I do have to disclose that these aren't full scientific lab experiments. There's way too many variables involved, such as the brand, size, the type of wood that's used for the lump charcoal or the binchotan, the current temperature, the humidity, the wind factor, whether the charcoal was stored in a dried or humid place, as well as the size, type, and material that's used for the grill. All of that, these are all variables that's gonna not be controlled compared to what you guys have and I have. However, I thought it would be a fun experiment to just take the tools and equipment I have and compare hardwood lump versus Binchotan. Right here, this is a bag of hardwood lump charcoal, which I got from Whole Foods. It is an 8-pound bag, which I bought for $8.99. I'm not sure what type of hardwood this is, but it comes in large chunks as well as small chunks. So you're gonna get a mixture inside the bag. And right here we have the Binchotan that's distributed by Bincho Grill. This is Binchotan from Vietnam, which means it's going to be some sort of fruit tree from the Southeast Asia mangrove. So you may find similar Binchotan from Laos, Cambodia, Thailand using similar trees. Bincho Grill currently sells these in a 22-pound box for $89 and 11-pound box for $56. So already just comparing the 8-pound bag of this for $8.99 and $56 for 11 pounds of this, you already see this drastic price difference. By the way, if you want the best of the best coveted Binchotan that's used by the chefs at the top Michelin star yakitori shops in Japan, those are going to be the Kishu Binchotan from Wakayama or the Tosa Binchotan from the Kochi prefecture. And those for a 22-pound box is going to cost anywhere from $200 to $400, and it's pretty hard to get those here in the States. So for the purpose of this demonstration, we're not going to get into that today. I also bought this bag of Kingsford briquette. I've only used this in the past for grilling burgers and hot dogs, never for yakitori, so I wanted to try it out, but I'll save that for another video. Let's go ahead and start lighting these charcoals up. Binchotan, you want to break it to smaller pieces. You don't want a whole big log, so just snapping it together might break it apart. And if it doesn't break apart, you can always use a hammer. So the current temperature outside, it's nice and sunny. It's 79 degrees. It says 72% humidity, 11 miles per hour wind. And I'm starting out with the Binchotan, lighting up the Binchotan first because I know it's gonna last a long time. So I'm gonna light this up, put it in the grill, and then go and light up the lump charcoal next. 15 minutes in, looks about halfway through. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. It's been 22 minutes. This is looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this into the grill. And stacking the Binchotan, leave no gaps. That's gonna cause flare up, so we're just gonna keep it nicely stacked and tight. I have the Binchotan in here, just letting it sit here. But I wanna check the temperature with this temperature gauge. Looks like it's ranging from around 1100, 1150 to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. We have here the lump charcoal. Let's get this light. It's about 5 minutes in, started smoking up. See, definitely some fire, so definitely lighting up real quick, much quicker than the Binchotan. At around 11 minutes, this is looking good, so I'm gonna dump this in here. So that's the lump charcoal, and this is the Binchotan, side-by-side comparisons. First, I'm just gonna fan this. A lot of ash formed. I'm taking the ash off so I can have a better reading of the temperature. Go ahead and do a reading. This is the Binchotan right here. 1200, 1205, 1300. It's actually higher than the Binchotan. 1000, 1200. So there is a range, but definitely similar or slightly higher than the Binchotan. It's a little bit cooler here. 1300, 1360, 1350. So far, the lump is slightly hotter than the Binchotan, consistently around 1150. So if you guys see on this side, this is where the lump is. There's definitely more smoke coming out compared to the Binchotan. There's some smoke here, but it's just the smoke traveling. Another thing I noticed is the Binchotan, at least testing with this, it's staying steady around 1150, whereas this one I'm seeing a variance from 900, 1000, 1100, 1200, so there's a wide range. Definitely with the lump, we're seeing a lot more smoke and there's a variance in temperature. I also have noticed that already in the past maybe 10-15 minutes or so, the lump charcoal has decreased in size. So there's definitely less charcoal in here compared to the Binchotan. It's still staying steady right now. Binchotan is around 1100, 1150, and the lump we're around 1000, see some 900, and we have some 1200, 1400. So there's definitely a discrepancy within the temperatures on the lump. It's not staying steady, whereas the Binchotan is staying pretty steady. All right, so we got the temperature, but I want to see how it's like cooking on this. So just as a test, I did this with the Live Art grill. I'm gonna take some bread and see how long it takes to toast. Put this on the same time. All right, 15 seconds in, let's see what happens. So not golden, but still pretty already toasty on top. Another 15 seconds. All right, so the bottom has reached 30 seconds. Looks about, they're both pretty burnt. I would say the lump charcoal is slightly more. So with the fan and these air vents, I'm able to modulate the temperature of the charcoal when cooking yakitori. I was curious to see if there's sort of characteristic difference between the Binchotan and lump charcoal when using the fan and the air vent. So let me go ahead and take a default temperature reading. We're looking around the same 1150, around there for the Binchotan. And for the lump charcoal, it ranges from 1000 to 1300. See what happens when we start fanning it. But also I want to utilize the air vents on the bottom, send some oxygen on the bottom right here. All right, so this is an arm workout. Just fanning through for the last minute. See what the temperature reading is. The range is from about 1400, 1500, so definitely gone up 300, 400 degrees. This one is 1400, 1500, so it has gone up a little, but not as much as the Binchotan. It has gone down a little bit. Seems like the Binchotan really likes to stay steady around 1150 to about 1200. And then the lump charcoal, it's ranging. Once the temperature kind of goes down, you got 700, 800, 900 degrees and 1400. So we're seeing a lot of discrepancies within this charcoal. About 30 minutes in, definitely seeing significant loss in the charcoal on the lump side. Binchotan has definitely got slightly smaller, but still logs right here. All right, so let's see what happens when we start cooking things on this.